Hello everybody, how are you? I hope everybody doing good. Today we have the syntax. Lesson number 3 from course number 2. It's about syntax. So what is syntax? Syntax is a grammar, it's rules, like our ordinary language that exists around us in the world. For example, English, French, Arabic, Chinese, all of these languages, they have their own syntax. Same in programming languages. Each programming language, it has its own syntax. While we're going to start our journey in this roadmap and we study programming and to know how to program and develop in this roadmap using C++ programming language, so we should to know how to use the syntax and the code structure of this programming language, C++. So I prepared for you a small program and code structure. This small program and code structure, let us see and explain this program. This program, its results, or in the end, it will execute for us some from reprogramming Skool on that black screen. If you remember in the previous lesson when we download and install Visual Studio application on the desktop, we have Hello World program ready after we install it, and after that we change Hello World to reprogramming Skool, and we do Control plus Shift plus P to rebuild the program because we changed the code, and we do run, and it's print for us on the black screen. We called it console screen. That black screen, we called it console. It's print on that screen reprogramming Skool, and before that it's print for us when you do run directly Hello World. So this program, it will print for us on that black screen or console screen some from reprogramming Skool. But first, let us see and explain this code structure of this program. All right. In the beginning here, we have hashtag include. What does this mean, hashtag include? When you write hashtag include, the compiler take it as what? When you write hashtag include and after that, for example, angle bracket, this triangle bracket on the side, we called it angle bracket, and we write angle bracket iostream angle bracket, which means you tell or you say to the compiler that please include for me this library. iostream, it's library. As we said in the previous course that we have a lot of ready libraries, a lot of tools. This is one of the ready libraries. It's called iostream. So when we write hashtag include angle bracket iostream angle bracket, we let the compiler go include for us this iostream or bring us this iostream, which is the library, to use what inside this iostream. Inside this iostream, inside it some ready functions, procedures, object. What this mean? What is function? What is procedure? What is object? You will understand them in their specific lessons in this course later on. So now just take the iostream as a library, inside it some things, and we include it or we bring it to use the things that inside it. All right, this is the first line of the program, hashtag include angle bracket iostream angle bracket. And after that we have integer main. Always in C++ programming language, when you use C++ programming language, we should to have something called main function. We should to have something called main function. What is function? I said you will know it in specific lesson about functions, how to create function, what is function, what is procedures in this course later on. So now we have here something called integer main function, and after that parentheses. Main function, it's the place where your compiler starts to execute your program. For example, when you do run, the compiler come here first. Come here and see what inside this main function. We call it the body of the function. So the compiler, it will execute what inside these two curly brackets. So how we build function, how we start to build function, I will give you a little bit clue. It's not topic about function this lesson. It's about the syntax and code structure and errors, syntax error. But I'm going to give you a little bit clue about the function contain from what. The function, first you put the kind, the data type of the function itself. For example, we want to build function return for as value integers like numbers, float, double, these things. We make the function type or the function data type from integer. Thus it will return for us value numbers. All right, But here in main function, actually it always integer main function. If you don't have main function in your program, the compiler, it will give you syntax error, because the compiler, it should start from the main. So how we build the function, or the function is contains from what? It's from data type, whatever is it, integer, string, boolean. So here we have it in main function, always integer, and we have the name of the function. This main word, it's the name of function. You can change it. You cannot change this main function, but when you build your own function, you can put any name instead this main function. But while we need main function for the compiler to execute our code, what exists inside the main function, so we cannot change the main function. It should be like this, a lowercase, and I will tell you why lowercase in this lesson. So the main function, the function contains from integer and main word, it's the name of the function, and after that parentheses. Why we should to do parentheses after the name of function? Because these parentheses, sometimes you put inside it parameters. You put inside parameters, and what is in parameters, also you will understand it in future lessons and courses. So after we finish the name or the word of the function, we should to do parentheses, we should to do this practice. And after that, we open curly bracket, and we write our code, and we close the function with another curly bracket. So what's between these two curly brackets, as we said, the compiler will come to execute it for you. So what is between the curly bracket of the function, of the main function? We have here std colon cout less than double quotation sum from real programming school double quotation semicolon return 0 semicolon. What this means, std? Std, it stands for standard library that actually exists in iostream. This is standard library that actually exists in iostream. If we not include iostream, we will not found this std. All right. And after that, colon cout, most of the developers, they thought it stand for console output, that black screen that we saw the final result on it when you do run to the program. They called it console screen. That most of the developers, they thought this cout stand for console screen, like C console, and output like console output. Actually, it stands for character output. The C, it stands for character, and out, OUT, it stands for output. So cout, it stands for character output, which means please print for me, or output for me the character that it's inside between these two double quotation, which means cout, character output, put on that console screen or black screen this sentence or string that exists between these two double quotations. All right. So cout, it's not a function that exists in standard library, that actually standard library exists in iostream. Cout, it's object, but you can take it now as function or procedure. What is function? I said, what is procedure? What is object? It has lessons in this course and future courses. Cout, you can take it now as a function or command that it will order the compiler to output your character that you write it between these two double quotation. So all of these things, std colon cout, is actually exists, and even less than installation code, all of them, they are actually exist in iostream library. So we should include iostream to give us permission to use these things. All right. And if I forget the semicolon, the compiler, it will give me syntax error. We should to know the syntax. We should to know how to write the code without any syntax error, to let the compiler execute for us our program without any errors. And after that, in the end, we have return 0. So why return 0? Why not return sum, or return done, or return okay, it's finished, thank you? It's return 0 because the main function, it's integer. Because the main function, it's integer. Integer, it's just whole numbers. While because the function, it's whole numbers, because the function, it's from data type integer, and it's just whole numbers, and the function, we say it should return value. The procedure, it doesn't return value, but the function, it should return value. and it depends about the data type of the function. We'll explain it in their lessons, but now take it like this. While the main function is from data type called integer, which means integer, we said it's whole numbers, so we should return here numbers. So why we return 0, not 1? We return 0, it's like signals between the developer and the compiler that if my program executes without any errors, syntax errors, return 0, which means return nothing. Execute it for me and return nothing. Don't give me any signals or signs that my program has syntax error or any problems. So when we say return 0, which means it's a signals that the compiler execute our program successfully. All right, and after that we close it with the bracket. So this program, as we said, it will print for us on the screen Sam from Real Programming School. And I want you also to understand that the code, or when you write anything out of the string, out of your string that exists between these two double quotation, anything you write it, it will be lowercase, small letter, lowercase. If you, for example, change this M letter of the main word, if you change it from lowercase to uppercase, if you make it M capital letter, the compiler, it will not execute for you your program, because the compiler, it will not see, or it doesn't have identifier for main function with M capital letter. We called it case sensitive, which means if you change these letters, all of them, to uppercase, the compiler will never see it, and the compiler, it will not execute your program because it doesn't have identifier or function called main with uppercase. You just have them, or the compiler just have them. You just have main function with lowercase. I know it's a little bit complicated, but you will understand it with the time, with the practice, with the future lessons and courses. So step by step, this is just the beginning. Now let us go to code and see how we will face the error, syntax error, how we can read it, and put our hands a little bit to code. Let's go. And now let us see our code on Visual Studio. We open our Visual Studio application, create new project, as we know. We choose here, we filter all languages or project. We choose C++, we choose console app, and we go next. We will name the project B1, all right, and create. All right, these green things, it just comments. The compiler doesn't take them seriously and ignore them, doesn't take them as a part of the code. It just comments. The developer put it to each other to explain their code, or to explain something in the code for their colleagues or another developer that they will come to check the codes after them, or complete on the codes, or whatever, or read the code. So these the green things, the compiler, it doesn't account them as a part of the code, so we can delete them. All right, and we just have this code include iostream. We explained it already. Integer main function. The main function, we said in C++ programming language, we should have something called main function. This main function, and this is our code, std standard library that actually we take it from iostream. Colon c out, character output, and this is our code. And here we should to have return 0 semicolon, all right, because it's function and data type of this function, it's integer. We should to return 0, return numbers, return integer. All right, so if, for example, now I will do run to the program. You do build here in output terminal, build start project B1. All right, it's print for us hello world. All right, so if I forget, for example, this semicolon, and I do run, first, before I do run, if you see already here, if you go error list, we have here expected semicolon. It told you the error what. If I click on it, double click, it will take me here. And if I put the mouse on the red line on this return word, it will give me the expected semicolon that we should to put semicolon. If I click on show potential fixed, even it will explain to me the first line of code. The first line of code it's incorrect, and the second line of code with the green on the green color, it's correct, because we need to put semicolon. So if I get back here on the code, I put semicolon, all the code, it's fixed. No issues found, as you see down. What we should do now to check if it will work or not without semicolon, we will erase it and we will do build. Look, it shows this message. There were build errors. Would you like to continue or run the last successful build? This means it will not run for you this program, the new one that you did for it run. Why? Because it has error. There is syntax error. But if you want, it will run for you the previous code or program that it was built successfully or run successfully. If I say yes, it will open this console screen for me, this black screen, console screen we call it, with the previous hello world program. So how we make sure that it's the previous program, not this program? Let us fix the error and do the semicolon. After that, we will go to hello world. For example, we will change it to hi Sam from real programming school. All right, and face, happy face. All right, smile face. And I will do Control Shift B to rebuild the solution. What is solution? I'll explain to you now. To rebuild a solution. All right, as you see here, build start a project B1 successfully, and also here is succeed and 0 failed. Everything it's good and correct. So I will do build for this program without any syntax error. It's print for me on the console screen. Hi, I'm Sam from Reprogramming School. All right. If I want to run the program without semicolon, which means I will put for myself a little bit syntax error, and I will erase these smile files with real programming school. I will just keep this sentence or this line of code, hi, I'm Sam, and I want to do run. It should print for me, hi, I'm Sam, right? But because there is syntax error, it will not print for me, hi, I'm Sam. I will do yes. Look, it's print for me the previous code or the previous line of code. Hi, I'm Sam from Reprogramming School. Well, already we changed it here. If you focus here, already changed. It's not hi, I'm Sam from Reprogramming School. It's already hi, I'm Sam. That's it. So to fix it, we will do the semicolon, for example, and rebuild, Control Shift P, and we will run again. It will print for me, hi, I'm Sam. This is the new program that we modified it. All right, after we fix the syntax error. All right, if I change this, the main function, we said all of these words or all of this code letters, it should to be lowercase. If I make it M and I will do build, for example, I will have syntax error. Look, unsolved external symbol main referenced in function invoke main, which means the compiler cannot invoke this main function because it doesn't have reference for this main function with M capital letter. We should to make it lowercase, which means small letter. All right. And for example, if by mistakes this screen or this page it's closed by itself from here, for example, you close it by mistakes, how you return it back? You go here to the view, click on Solution Explorer. It's open for you this solution. So what is solution? The solution, it's your program. When you create, after we open the Visual Studio, we create new project. We called it solution. So the solution here, as you see, it's your program. When you did Control Shift and B plus B, you rebuild or you correct your whole program after you fix the syntax error. All right. So we go to View, as we said. We click on Solution Explorer, and we have here some files. We ignore them now because it's not our topic in this lesson. We go to the last file, source files. We click on it, and we click on our name project, and you will find here main function. You should to put in your brain. You should understand in all your solution, in all your program, you just have one main function. In all your solution, which means in all your program that you created, you will have just one main function. If I click on it, it will return for you again your code that you closed it by mistakes. All right. So that was the lesson for today. I explained for you the simple things about the syntax and code structure, and for sure we still have a lot of things to have it. This was just the beginning, and that was for the lesson of today, guys. See you next lesson. Ciao.